Hi everyone, this is Gordon Haff, Cloud Evangelist with Red Hat, and I'm sitting here with David Wright of SolidFire. They were nice enough to invite me up to their suite and had a good chance to chat with them. And Dave, I'm sort of interested in this because I've been in the industry a long time, going back to flash arrays like Texas Memory Systems and so forth. But companies like SolidFire seem to be getting a lot more interest today than flash arrays did historically. So first of all, maybe for our listeners, just quickly what SolidFire offers and why you think there's so much interest now.
Yeah, thank you, Gordon. So SolidFire, it's a scale-out all-solid-state storage system. It uses kind of industry standard nodes clustered together in a kind of 5 to 100 node configuration that allows you to scale both capacity and performance, primarily for large cloud computing workloads. And in terms of why we're kind of seeing interest and demand for flash systems and particularly large-scale flash systems like this today, I think there's really two big things that have changed over the last really couple of years to enable this. So the first is that obviously the flash economics have gotten much better. We've seen flash prices falling and continuing to fall very, very rapidly, and it's brought the cost per gigabyte down pretty dramatically. And that combined with data reduction technologies like compression, thin provisioning, deduplication, the ability to do that at kind of flash scale and flash performance has made it economical in a wide range of use cases where it really wasn't before. And that's really kind of created this interest in flash. But I think what's really, in our case at least, pushing it over the edge is in these cloud environments, you've got so many applications and so much density that the performance requirements that's driving are really demanding new storage architectures.
Yeah, I think we maybe used to talk about performance rotating media and capacity rotating media, but really in a sense, all rotating media has sort of become capacity media at this point.
For any application that needs even a modest level of performance, flash is a much better suited media for it, and then building a system around that where you can guarantee performance and you can scale that performance has really enabled a lot of interesting workload management.
You mentioned cloud, and Red Hat, we've got a lot of interest in OpenStack, been making some very big investments in OpenStack. So could you maybe talk a little bit about where SolidFire fits in with infrastructure as a service platforms like OpenStack?
SolidFire was really built from the beginning for large-scale cloud infrastructures, and the emergence of kind of cloud orchestration, cloud management stacks are a great fit for the architecture of SolidFire, particularly when it comes to the management of the system. We really think as you get to larger and larger scales, management through kind of manual administration just doesn't scale. You really need automation. And these cloud management stacks have really provided a great integration point between the storage environment and the administrator provisioning of IT services, or in some cases all the way to the end user provisioning of services, to be able to control and manage and monitor the actual storage resources without having it to be a manual effort. And so we've built our system around a set of APIs to manage the system as opposed to simply a UI or a CLI. And then we've taken the next step and integrated those APIs into cloud management stacks like OpenStack so that you can essentially manage the quality of service, manage the provisioning and reporting all through the orchestration layer directly.
Not getting maybe too deeply into the nitty-gritty, could maybe just talk briefly about specifically how you integrate with OpenStack.
With OpenStack in particular, we started contributing to that project a couple of years ago, and in particular kind of led the breakout of the Cinder block storage project from the Nova Compute project, and that's really allowed the block storage layer to kind of advance very quickly, created a storage plugin model that allows SolidFire and other storage vendors to essentially integrate our APIs, integrate our management into the Cinder project and allow you to use both the Cinder APIs and the Cinder CLI as well as the GUI layers on top of OpenStack to manage and provision all the storage without having to go either through our API or through our CLI or UI.
Great. Well, thank you very much for your time, Dave. Interesting stuff.
All right. Thanks a lot, Gordon.